Hi there. Let's be real. You know that hiring the wrong marketing agency is like setting your money on fire. It's not just losing dollars for you, but you know that you're losing momentum, trust, time, and probably morale of your team. How many of you feel like that today? How many of you have been there before? Don't worry, I've been there before, and I'm going to help you get out of it. You get woed by that slick sales presentation with the marketing agency, you sign the contract, and then 3 months later, you're wondering, why are you still stuck in the exact same place? Is their execution lined up with your company goals, your quarterly goals, your annual goals? Well, in my 2 decades of experience of working with hundreds of marketing agencies and helping CEOs solve this marketing chaos, from my years of running my travel company in South America to consulting with several private equity firms, I've learned exactly why this happens. And today I'm going to share this with you so you can avoid it. In less than 15 minutes or so, I'm going to try to walk you through what I think are the 4 biggest mistakes CEOs make when hiring marketing agencies and how you can avoid them. And let's dive right in, but allow me to quickly introduce myself. I'm Peter Murphy-Lewis. I'm founder of StrategicPete.com. For the last 20 years, I've been helping CEOs transform their marketing chaos or guesswork into something clear, scalable, and predictable. I've worked across several different industries: banks, software, PR, enterprise software, travel industries, hospitality, even commercial painting companies. And I've seen firsthand the pain that failed marketing partnerships cause. So here's what I hope you'll get out of today's session. We'll talk about why agencies often fail to deliver. We'll talk about how to identify red flags from these agencies before you hire them. And then lastly, how to avoid these common issues so that you can drive marketing results that affect your bottom line. So let's dive right in. If you've worked with agencies before, you know the pain points. They tend to focus on short-term deliverables, not long-term growth. They're incentivized by retainer fees, not results. They often fail to integrate with your business goals. They very infrequently will line up their compensation with performance-based goals. And I think probably the most important, they don't understand your business nor the strategy needed to make your business profitable. Okay, so let's start off with mistake number 1. I believe this one is kind of the ABC, the 101, but you wouldn't believe even your most experienced CEO can fall for this one, which is believing the sales pitch from the marketing agency before you verify their expertise. Okay, be careful with believing the pitch. So think about it. How many times have you been sold on a flashy presentation, only to find out later that the agency couldn't back up the promise? I see it with new clients, I see it with prospects, I see it with friends, and trust me, it even happens to marketing agency owners. So here's what you need to do instead so you don't fall for that pitch. Listen to it, be wowed, that's fine, but immediately ask for case studies that are specific to your industry. And don't just ask for testimonials, get in touch with the references. And if their pitch feels overly polished, dig deeper because it might be overly polished. The key takeaway here is do not just trust the pitch, trust the proof. I will often ask when I'm on a sales call, I'll say, hey, can you share your screen right now and share me some kind words from some of your clients right now, or walk me through what's currently working in terms of happy customers, show me what the pipeline is. So if they're willing to share their screen and obviously be confidential with their clients, you can start to see some proof right there. Mistake number 2, this is painful. Delegating strategy to the agency. This is a big no. Because here's the problem. Most agencies are okay with execution. They're actually good with execution in their core services, but they lack the strategic insight to drive real results. That's why a lot of marketing agencies are getting to this productized service, because they can deliver upon one thing, but what if that actual productized service doesn't line up with your goals? It needs to affect your revenue, okay? What this leaves you with is a bunch of tactics that don't fit into a cohesive plan. Be careful to not blindly entrust key growth objectives to an agency who doesn't make money off your company. You will need a well thought out strategy And this will lead you out of the scattered marketing from disjointed marketing initiatives and campaigns and different empty campaigns or different agencies. None of these marketing initiatives from agencies mean anything if they don't support your core business goals, and that requires strategy. So when marketing lacks leadership or strategy, it turns into marketing chaos. If when I say the word chaos, it makes you cringe because you've been there, don't worry. With this, you're going to be able to get out of it. But you know that when campaigns overlap, agencies go rogue, your team feels like things are just spinning its wheels and morale is painful. So here's the fix. You keep your strategy in-house. It either has to be you, somebody on your executive team, or a fractional chief marketing officer. Someone on your side needs to own the plan, be responsible for the plan, and make sure that the agencies that you're hiring are executing against this plan. So the number one takeaway, strategy is your responsibility, not the agency's. You're asking too much of an agency if you're expecting them to do this. Agencies can execute, they don't dictate. And somebody needs to be on top of it to make sure that the strategy lines up with what they're going to execute. Mistake number 3 is a big one when you're hiring a marketing agency. They overlook operational alignment too oftentimes. Agencies love to operate in their own bubble. They focus on deliverables, but they don't think about how it will fit into your working systems, your ecosystem, your team. I once worked with a client. When I engaged with them, they had a marketing agency working in Teams. They had another marketing agency working in Monday.com, another agency working in Trello. And so this client who normally worked on Asana and in Gmail, now had to work in all of these agencies' different systems. There was no alignment in the operations. They weren't even comfortable working in the CRM of the client. Okay, so make sure that when you're talking to a marketing agency that there is some operational alignment, at least to the bare minimum, probably either your project management, the way that you want to talk with them every single day, and your CRM. And obviously, this leads to a lot of frustration and siloed marketing execution that doesn't line up with your bottom line. So you need someone who understands the entire marketing ecosystem or revenue system of your business and ensures that your agency that you're hiring, the tools that you use, and the team that you have in-house all work seamlessly together. So the strategic overseer of everything that's going to be executed should be bridging this gap. They need to be building a system, okay? Your CRM, to your dashboard, to your reports, to your workflows, all of this needs to scale with your business. Sounds like it can't happen with a marketing agency. You're right. The strategy has to come from you, your team, or a fractional CMO. So the key takeaway on this mistake is that alignment does not happen by accident. It either takes your leadership or somebody who can own it. Mistake number 4, paying for vanity metrics. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. Let's be honest. Clicks, impressions, they might look good on paper for the first month when you're doing something new, but they do not pay the bills of your team, your kid's school, your mortgage, or your business insurance. So this is what matters. Metrics matter when they can impact your pipeline. So pipeline growth, customer acquisition cost, return on investment. These are things that you need to make sure the marketing agency understands so that you're not accepting vanity metrics. I've seen too many times that CEOs waste money on campaigns that generate clicks, but not one single verified lead. I'm not joking. I spoke to a client about 2 or 3 months ago, and they told me that before they met me, they worked with a cold email marketing agency that worked for 9 months without one single lead. 9 months. They were talking about clicks and open rates, spam rates. I believe that a fractional chief marketing officer can hold all of these agencies accountable for real outcomes. Because if what they're doing does not move the needle, it's not worth your money. Hiring a bunch of marketing agencies without bridge between metrics, real metrics, not vanity metrics, and the execution, in my opinion, is like throwing paint at the wall. Focus on metrics that matter, your bottom line, your pipeline, your CAC, your ROI. And make sure whoever's doing this understands the numbers and explains these to the marketing agency. In today's talk, you might see a common theme that you need to understand your business goals. You need to understand the language of agencies, Once you understand these and you can line them up, then you can ensure true expertise, the right strategy, operational alignment, and real outcomes. So I'm not against marketing agency. I actually own one, but you need to make sure someone on your team can oversee it. So how do businesses without a native marketing leader or a huge budget navigate these issues? Well, in the last 5 years, there's something that exists that can be a game changer. It's a new model. It's called Fractional Chief Marketing Officer. A Fractional Chief Marketing Officer is a marketing executive who works with 100% of their expertise on 25% the cost. So they work on a part-time basis with all of their knowledge or on a project basis, and they provide strategic and tactical marketing services. I think what's most important is that they tie into your leadership executives and go to your leadership meetings, and they are actually responsible for metrics that go on your scorecard. As a Fractional Chief Marketing Officer, Fractional CMO, I'm also uniquely positioned to tell you how and why this can work for businesses just like yours. Fractional Chief Marketing Officers deliver on 3 big benefits. They give you strategic alignment with your business goals. I've seen hundreds of businesses in action, and I know when execution aligns with specific goals. And the execution needs to line up at month 2, 3, 6, and 12. This pattern recognition that I now have, that I've built over 20 years as an entrepreneur, ensures that we're not guessing, ensures that we're building marketing strategy with purpose. It's not execution above, it's strategy all the way down. Number 2, scalable systems and processes. I run countless playbooks for my businesses and others. I have multiple ones in my back pocket. A podcast lead generation strategy. I have a PR system that builds authority, both for my brand and other clients. I have a scorecard system that helps track what actually moves the needle based off EOS traction methodology. These systems are installed and scaled strategically based on your business needs. Senior level expertise at a fraction of the cost. You're not paying for trial and error here. You're getting a battle-tested marketer who's seen what works and what doesn't work, minus the hefty price tag of a full-time executive. One of my clients said I get 100% the expertise of a fractional CMO at 25% the paycheck. Even if you don't work with someone like me, there's multiple people that are specific that will be able to give you all of the expertise and give you the senior alignment that you need. For real life examples, you can check out our case studies on our website, just like you should do with any fractional CMO that you work with or a marketing agency. You can see how we've helped commercial painting companies grow their revenue by 33% in the last year. We helped a large wildlife park amplify their reach 10x and double their business. We've helped open charter banks, and you can see all of this available on our website. Even if your business is a little bit smaller, 10 hours of consulting a week can completely change your marketing trajectory. Okay, so let's jump on a call, let's do an audit, let's walk through all the marketing chaos that you have amongst your marketing agencies. So if you've listened to today's session and you realize that you're tired of throwing money at marketing agencies with nothing to show, well, if you wonder how you can avoid these common pitfalls that actually drive results this quarter, let's cut through the noise. Schedule free marketing audit and we'll pinpoint exactly what's holding you back. Is it strategy? Is it operational alignment? Is it vanity metrics? My team will break down your current strategies, your competitors, will uncover hidden opportunities, we'll find ways for you to cut costs, and we'll deliver a pure, simple action plan for you to level up your growth. This will be a one-page document that you can run with on your own. You could hire a mid-level marketer to try it on themselves. No matter what, I can promise you're going to get my direct insights onto what's working, what's not, and how you can fix it. Great. So I look forward to chatting with you, but I only take a handful of clients each quarter. Remember, 100% expertise for 25% the price point. So I can only engage with a couple customers every quarter. And thanks for joining. Remember, marketing doesn't have to be chaotic inside your company, nor does it have to be risky. With the right strategic leadership, it becomes a predictable growth engine. Talk to you soon.